Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? The tension between the United States and Russia, between Obama and Putin. I mean, we know that Obama called Putin on Wednesday. They had a conversation discussing the wars, which I think are proxy wars between the United States and Russia, being fought in Syria and being fought in Ukraine. Well, now we have some more eye poking going on. Reports coming out of Washington, according to CNN, diplomatic relationship between the United States and Russia began to unravel after Moscow said that Saturday it had expelled 2 American diplomats, and the United States revealed it had tossed out 2 Russian diplomats in response to an attack on one of its personnel. Now, back on June 17th, America says we expelled 2 Russian officials from the United States to respond to this attack, said the State Department spokesman John Kirby. He told CNN this, referring to an American diplomat who the spokesman said was attacked by a Russian policeman in the streets of Moscow while he was trying to enter the U.S. Embassy last month in Moscow. So Russia revealed Saturday it had responded in kind by sending 2 American diplomats packing. According to Russian state news agency Sputnik, Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov said 2 Americans were declared basically unfriendly move by the United States. Was not specified what it was. The State Department declined to comment directly on that report. I've actually looked at the video of this Russian policeman wrestling this diplomat to the ground in a wrestling match just outside of the U.S. Embassy. Now, the United States government really has demanded the departure of 2 staff members of the Russian embassy in Washington, D.C., without presenting any complaints to them. They just sent them home, okay? And the U.S. State Department at a high level proposed us not to make this a public fact. And as you can see, American diplomats don't stand by their own words. They made it public. The U.S.-Russia tit for tat comes as the State Department on Friday condemned the Russian security services for an attack on the American diplomat, the latest incident in which U.S. officials are saying is an increasing intimidation of its personnel. But now the Russians don't feel that way. They feel that they are being mistreated in the diplomatic areas by the United States. The U.S. diplomat was attacked by a Russian policeman while attempting to enter the American embassy last month in Moscow, said Kirby. And this is what led to an altercation. Wow. So here we go. United States sending home 2 of the Russian diplomats. Russia sending 2 to the U.S. diplomats home. Cold as ice is the relationship between Obama and Putin. You could almost say it's as cold as ice. They're willing to sacrifice peace, if we're not careful. Peace. So we need to really, really pray for our leaders that wisdom and cooler heads prevail. We don't need to play childish games. We're in a dangerous time right now. According to Stephen Ben-Danoon, of course, they're in the Czech Republic. Tensions are building as troop movement is unbelievable in Ukraine up by Donbass, as all kinds of tanks are moving up along the border with Russia. There's also a lot of NATO troops and tanks and armored vehicles all along the border with Russia. Russia's moving lots of armored vehicles and tanks to the borders along NATO countries as well. And it's just getting very tense, very tense. So pray for that region, as well as what's going on in Syria, as a Russian helicopter shot down, both its pilots dead. ISIS is the one that did it. The question is, though, how does Putin's even saying, how does Russia drive around in all of this sophisticated American-made weaponry, armored vehicles and tanks. What is ISIS doing with U.S.-made artillery? U.S.-made weaponry? How'd they get it? It's a great question. We know we left it there. But who taught the ISIS fighters how to operate this sophisticated rocket launchers and things like that? I mean, you got to ask the question. And there's been rumors of the CIA involved. So it's getting very ugly. We're going to continue to keep an eye on what's going on. We will be doing a live broadcast tonight. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. The title of the show is Areas of Chaos. Areas of Chaos. And there are quite a few. Domestically, what we got going on. Internationally, what's taking place in Europe and in the Middle East. So it is getting very, very tense and ugly. Areas of Chaos tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern at my website. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time.